This is my full package retirement plan. This is where I'll be.
Do you think that there's going to come a time that probably people who stay in the rural areas are going to be independent, like have their own stable economy, not rely on the city life?
I would not say there will be a time that it will be so. It's already like that. It's already like that. Like an example I was telling you, like now, we don't necessarily need to depend on any economy in the urban areas.
Yes.
Actually, the rural owns the economy.
Like when we lost our mom here, it was very painful. So we're not coming back here for good. Those bad memories.
Exactly.
But now we just felt like, no, if we revamp that place, we have memories. Because normally when we're coming from wherever we're coming, should walk all the way to the gate, sing songs for us. So when we are here, we just want to feel that presence of her.
So in most of my videos, I always tell people that when you're doing a project back home, make sure that you find the right people to monitor a project when you are not there, because it's really important that when you're doing a project, you have to be there on the ground. And if you can't be there on the ground, you have to find someone who can really do a good job. Because at the end of the day, let's look at it this way. Even if you are on the ground, you face challenges, like those challenges that can frustrate you. What about if you're not on the ground? It's worse. So in this case, they faced some difficulties, but at the end of the day, they managed to come out with an amazing project that I myself am smiling, I'm enjoying. Everything here is just perfect and good. Have you ever thought that one day you'll probably come back to the rural areas and say, this is what I prefer more than the city life?
Yeah, I was always very passionate about rural areas, and I always loved it. But as far as having a dream that I'm going to come and fully settle, it's not something that I had. It kicked in at a later stage, mainly based on inspiration.
Are you going to be doing farming here?
Yes, there will be some farming happening, but mostly we're going to be focusing on livestock. Yeah.
Why did you choose this? What are you after?
Rural is life, free, unpolluted air, the environment and nature. It's just something that is good. You come, relax, zero pressure, not much congested population. Everything you get, you can actually produce everything for your own.
Exactly.
So there's nothing like buying vegetables, buying bread, buying whatever. We can bake our own bread here, have everything here in a relaxed environment.
I want to ask you this. Someone told me that there are more sick people in the cities more than in the rural areas, and at the end of the day, in the rural areas they don't have enough. What could be the cause that a lot of people in the cities are suffering that much in terms of health? Okay,
from my own perspective, I'll give you an example of what transpired today. We bought mashanj today, and we asked the lady, are they washed? She said no. So I was telling my wife that, you know, this mashanj, if we go into the bush, we can pick them and eat, but now they are contaminated. By who? It's the end of people. They move from one end to the other. You see, so mostly here we eat natural food in its original form. Like an example I'm giving you, I could go to a mshanje now and pick them from the ground, and I start eating them. No hand has passed. They have not passed from one end to the other. You see, so mostly in the urban areas, it's actually the population, congestion, the movement of one commodity to the other. By the time it comes to you, maybe 10, 15 hands. Like an example I was telling you, like now, we don't necessarily need to depend on any economy in the urban areas.
Yes.
Actually, the rural owns the economy. Right. Where is the food coming from? The food that is in the urban areas is being produced out here in the farms, in the rural areas. And the producers are selling to the urban areas. So this is where life is. We are not dependent on the urban economy. We don't depend on Harare. Harare depend on us.
Very true. So right now, where are you based when you're not here?
I'm based in Pretoria.
South Africa?
Yes.
How is it in South Africa?
Yeah, it's fairly good. Yeah, the economy is stable. We're surviving. It's good. At the end of the day, home is home, and home is best.
I want to talk about something that is very important that leads a lot of people not to invest more in rural life. Other people, they say, I don't want to invest in rural life because I'm afraid of being bewitched by other people. From your own perspective, what do you think? What do you say about that? Or things are changed?
Really, the witchcraft is there, right?
Yeah.
But from my perspective and from my beliefs, right, those are demonic powers. And I believe in a God that is above the demonic powers.
You've heard it for yourself.
So,
God is good.
Indeed. So, yeah, the witchcraft is there. And, well, there are even attempts, but, yeah, God prevails. He has no record of defeat, so we always win.
Why is it that you don't choose city life? The reason why I'm asking, a lot of diasporians, you guys, when you go out there, you don't come and invest in the cities. Rather, you choose the rural life. I want to ask why. Why are you avoiding the city life?
The city life,
Yeah.
The most important thing that I want in the rural area is peace. I'm not going to wake up in the morning in traffic and get the middle finger from taxi drivers, all those kind of things, you know. I just wake up in the comfort of my home, go to the cross, check on the goats, sheep, the cows, whatever. Good, slow, comfortable life. Zero pressure.
So guys, this is a couple that is staying in South Africa, and as of now, they are here monitoring their project. They are in South Africa, Pretoria. They come more often here in Zimbabwe to manage their project, which is their homestead here in Zimbabwe, deep down in the rural areas. They are still building, and I'm happy that I had the privilege to come here and witness what they are doing here. One thing that I've learned today is that when you're investing back home in the rural areas, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can come full-time and stay there like full-time. Other people, they just want a beautiful house in the rural areas, so that when they want to refresh, so that when they want to reboot, they can come here and, you know, enjoy life. I mean, look at how quiet it is. The only noise that I'm hearing is birds singing, which is the best thing. So if it's the first time being here on this YouTube channel, just make sure to subscribe and like this video. It really helps this channel a lot. So I'm waiting for you to subscribe. So for those who are in Zambia, I'm traveling to Zambia this week, and make sure to reach out if you have a project, if you have a rural home that you want to showcase in Zambia. If you know anyone who's doing any entrepreneurship, any business, just send me a message, because it's going to get interesting. Your boy is about to travel around Africa, and I'm starting with Zambia now. Are you planning to stay here full time?
For me, I've made this a home where I need to come and reboot, do settings, because with the busy life that we go through, especially when you are that side, it's so hectic. So it ends up like kind of overcrowding, overwhelming you and everything. So we just need to come a holiday or Christmas, we just go back to our default settings, and then we are good, we get the energy, and then we can go and continue to work hard. And the other thing also, it's my kids were like, whenever we came here, like, no guys, when are we going home?
They didn't like the environment.
No, they didn't at all. So even now, even when you said, let's go, like, why? So we just want a place where they are going to come and also embrace Zim, because whatever they hear, it might be negative or what. So at the end of the day, they're like, Zim, no.
So do you think that things are changing, the way that people see rural life back then compared to now?
Definitely, because if you look at it, you are so comfortable here. You have that comfortable space that you want.
Exactly.
So yeah, things are changing, and I encourage people to also do the same. Go back to your places back home, rural. You can do everything. Myself as well. That side, I'm a farmer.
Oh, okay.
So that made me want to, like, why don't I do those things back home? So you see, because everything now I know I can just get from my garden, cook. Or chibage we used to buy, and in the street, like you were saying, it's not good. That food is contaminated. It's from one hand to another.
Exactly.
Yes. So now I'm just doing it. We together with my husband. We're just doing it together.
When you started this project, what are the challenges that you faced?
Well, quite a lot, right?
Yeah, I know. I mean,
just trying to think, where do I start from? Yeah. Maybe the main challenge that I can mention was undercosting. Like we dealt with several artisans here.
Yeah.
And we're managing the project on our own, myself and my wife. So you'd find this artisan requires this kind quantity of material. We tried doing a BOQ with a QS, but it did not come exactly right. So we had to put the artisans on the ground, and then they state exactly what do they need. But at the end of the day, you'd find we're short of this, we're short of this, we're short of this. I think that's one major challenge we experienced. Then the second one was theft. Yeah, so that one is inevitable. Actually, in business risk, you even have to accommodate theft, that there will be something like that will happen. So yeah, we might have lost maybe plus or minus 5% of what we're supposed to be using here, but it's inevitable.
It seems like at the end of the day, to manage this whole project whilst you are not on the ground, it's one of the difficult things.
Exactly. That's one other challenge we experienced, that most of the things we were doing remotely. Maybe you come in also for some few days because we have work back in SA, so we had to come and do some checks and balances. Maybe just spend about 3-4 days. Then it's not enough to spend that few on such a project, then you're back there. Yeah, so that was one of the major challenges.
Gules, you told me that you are into farming. You do farming back in South Africa. What kind of projects are you doing there?
We're doing poultry farming mostly.
I did interview someone who is doing goat farming in South Africa. I went there, but chicken, poultry, no. So I'm going to take this opportunity to ask some questions like, is it lucrative in South Africa?
It is, because what I can say, it's food. You'll never go wrong. Yes.
Is it capital intensive?
It is, yeah. And labor intensive as well, because you need to take care of those chickens like they are your babies. Yeah, because they get sick just like your infants and everything. So you need to be there, see whatever is happening, do disease control so that you don't lose on whatever you are investing in. And we also do eggs. Yes. So we sell layers, we sell eggs.
Okay.
Yes.
So are you going to do the same thing probably in the future here in Zimbabwe?
Yes, that's our kind of like, we're thinking about doing that.
So it's an open plan, as you can see. This is an open plan setup.
Exactly.
So the lounge there, the fireplace is kind of the demarcation in between there.
I saw Majanji. We talked about Majanji when we were outside.
Yeah, you see with this, this is a fruit basket. And where are we? We're in a rural area.
Exactly.
So this is the fruit basket that you anticipate to find. You don't get blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, whatever berry. So you find the real Majanji.
So how many bedrooms? The whole house?
There are 4 bedrooms.
Bye.